It's in Targets, great.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the insurance companies.
Oh, my God.
That's the next, that's what. you-
That's why that's why we don't have a place down there. That's exactly.
You know, 'cause our insurance is so expensive, most people
We
can't
just,
afford it.
they're going under, there's all kinds, all the HOAs are upside down. That's why we just.
Well, the
bought us-
buildings-
We bought a motorhome, it's parked right over here.
See, a lot of people don't talk about this. My mom's been in real estate for 58 years selling real estate. She's just, you know, my dad always made the bread and my mom was just secondary. But all these pipes, plumbing has a 100-year life expectancy. These houses are all at the sick, you know, the HOAs, they have to rebuild.
All,
Yep.
all the new laws got passed after that apartment collapsed.
Oh, in Miami there?
When that apartment collapsed, they put all new laws in Florida, so all the HOAs, all the apartment buildings have requirements that they've never met. That now they're upside down, big time. All the homeowners are gonna get hit with like
Oh, it's
$30 to $50 to $100,000.
Assessments.
Assessments.
That's exactly right.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yep, good.
The Gibraltar Zoning Board of Appeals meeting is now called to order. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Secretary, would you please read the roll?
Harris. Markham.
Yep.
McCarthy.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Defend. Eager.
Here.
Just a reminder to have your microphones on, please.
So we need a motion to excuse Mr. Defend and Mr. Harris.
Motion?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I'm sorry, who was the second on that?
I just motioned,
I'll second.
Great, thank you.
a little quick there.
We need approval for the ZBA minutes of August 27th of '24.
I'll make the motion for approval of minutes for the 27th.
Support?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You good? So new business tonight, we have Christina and Timothy Gregorowitz. And would you like to come up and tell us what you'd like to do?
We are looking for a variance to extend our deck at the back of our property from the house, the width of the house, to the seawall at about 24 inches high, so that we don't have to have rails, so that we don't have water view obstruction. And we are also looking to have an 8 by 12 foot screened in, well, it's glassed in, it's watertight, room off of the north side of the deck space, right off the sliding doors,
It connected to the house?
connected to the house.
Is that a permanent structure, or?
It will be, yes.
So you're,
Unheated, sitting on top of a deck.
so are you building footings for the deck, or?
It would rest on top of the deck, no footings.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Are there questions with the material that we have sent in so far?
Yeah, two things. Number one, and I apologize, for tonight's variance to get an approval, we're going to need 4 yes votes,
Okay,
all right? So, you know, we can continue on. If you want to reschedule, we can do that too. We're just short 2 members tonight. So I'll leave that up to you.
we have 4 of you. I'm okay with personal going forward.
We'll move forward, thank you.
You need 2 variances tonight. You need a lot coverage variance, and then we need a variance for the glass enclosure because it's more than 36 inches in height. Correct?
It's because the glass enclosure's too close to the property line.
That's what I thought, yeah.
It will, the back of the house is approximately 21 feet from the seawall, so any,
Oh, so the
Obstruction of
25
from the
feet.
next door neighbors. Your next door neighbors have approved it too?
our next door neighbor's here.
You know, my rough calculations show that we're about, right now with your existing deck, we may be over the 40% mark for lot coverage right now.
I don't think that's correct.
I don't think so.
Because I came up, well, I shouldn't say now, but we have 5425 square feet. That's the lot. And then the sunroom is 96, the shed is 80, the porch is 255, the house is 1,300. So that came up to 1,693 square feet. 40% left us with 477 feet for your existing deck. You know, what you have now.
Okay, my understanding was the 40% coverage of the backyard space, not of the entire lot, including the house.
No, it's the whole lot. Excuse me, sir. We'll let you, Jane, you want to mention that?
It says
Mind, I will
rear side.
use the microphone.
Yes, please.
So this is a little bit confusing. The waterfront yard, it's in your packet, but it's section 4492, yard encroachments. That portion that is the 40% specifically speaks to the waterside yard. So it's only the coverage of the waterside yard, so essentially from the back of the house towards the seawall. The total lot coverage is a different calculation that we aren't having a variance for, because that only takes into account the accessory building and the physical home itself. So it doesn't count the deck towards the total yard coverage. The variance that we're talking about tonight is for the deck coverage with that structure on top of the deck exceeding 40% of that waterside rear yard, I'll call it. But it's specifically the waterside yard coverage and only the deck counting towards that.
Okay, so in the rear yard, I have got 1,200 square feet. Do we agree on that?
That was, yes, my calculations, and the applicant provided that with their proposed deck at 765 square feet, that would be about 65% of the backyard area of that waterside yard coverage.
Okay. So when I figured it at 50%, we could have a 600 square foot deck.
I believe that is correct, yes.
Okay.
So your shed right now, how tall is your shed?
Approximately 9 feet.
So this is gonna match close to the height of the shed?
It will be above the shed 4 feet.
Yeah, okay. Because it's on top of, okay, it's on top of the deck, that's why. Yep, got it.
Can I show you a picture of our back?
Yeah, I'm fairly familiar. I live on the same street.
Yeah, do you?
I knew the people that lived there before you.
It'll be about even with the roof line,
Yeah, okay.
okay?
Okay. So we kind of hold the 40% lot coverage pretty sacred here. Any particular reason, I mean, we have to go this big, or?
At the existing site, it's just not functional. It's not large enough even to have a table and be able to move around it. So that's why we were seeking the variance at 11 feet off the back of the house. And, you know, by the time we put a patio table on it and a grill, it's just not very functional, which is why we asked for the variance. If the variance isn't allowed, it would end up with an oddly shaped deck, not a rectangular deck, but it would have, we'd have to come in some portion of the deck and extend out in another portion. It's just,
If you were on the 26-foot side, if you were to bring that a little bit
Back.
south, or a little bit north, I mean, that line, it would make a big difference in your square foot and not affect your functionality too much. You see what I'm saying?
coming in from the.
If you brought,
instead
if
of
you
following
brought, if you
line
brought
of
the
house.
south side a little closer, and you were trying to follow the same line as the house, which is clean, and I get that. But to meet the requirement, if you just brought that side in a little bit, you still have the deck all the way out. You still have functional, right, am I making sense?
Yeah, I'm following you.
'Cause
There
We're
are.
832, it's a pretty good-sized deck. And I understand the hardship there. I understand what you want to do versus what the rules are.
So you're talking more like, we've got a 32-foot width.
Yeah, that,
We went 24?
yeah, because it's such a long way out to the river there, if you just took it a couple feet, because you're not that far off, if I'm not mistaken. How far are we off?
To the water?
Your calculation.
No, how far are we off in square footage?
65%.
25%.
You're asking.
So if you took 3 or 4 feet off that, wouldn't it get real
What is-
close?
What is that, 26?
26.2.
It's 26.2 out there.
If you take that times it by .40, so 480 feet, 480 square feet would put them at 40%. So that would give them 24,
It's the same.
24,
That's what I included. Yeah, 16%.
24, I can't get this calculator here, times 26.
Gas line.
See, that puts you, at-
windows.
if we went 24 by 26, that puts you
Well, this one-
200 square feet over,
Still.
yeah.
And that would be, what percentage would that come out to, like 7, 8.5% over?
Yeah.
And we'd be
So if you-
breaking our,
Yeah, even if you go 50%, okay, we'd be at 600 square feet.
You would think
breaking
you'd-
the rule anyway we
So
look at it.
if you go 60, if you go,
These rules,
Jane's got something that.
Oh, I'm just gonna caution the board against making alterations to the requested variance. The variance was noticed in the paper for what the applicant,
understand.
yeah, so.
we're just trying to look at,
I understand, I just caution against kind of redesigning from the board's perspective. Obviously, you can offer the feedback, but just in terms of kind of designing for the variance, that's.
apologize, it's our nature.
I just feel it's my responsibility to just mention
you.
that.
Thank you.
thanks.
We definitely don't want to redesign anything. We just want to meet the numbers.
Just trying to, yeah,
Yeah, it's,
trying to help.
yes.
How far is the south side of the stair to the south side of the house? Do we know that? Just,
That's not on the measurement.
yeah, that's
Good-
my
good-
only
Good ask.
question was the south side of the stair to, because I mean, it's a lot to lop off, but if that makes it
Yeah, and
happen.
there's windows there and a gas line for a grill. You know, I would say as a guesstimate, maybe 6 feet.
I was thinking from
From
this,
the
because the stairs go from the back of the house.
Back door, we're talking about not the stairs down to the ground.
Stairs.
South stairs.
Talking about right there, combined, meets 12. And this is almost,
24,
right,
I feel bad.
right, so.
yeah, it's going to be tough. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, other than, it would not be the only house that has the deck that goes all the way to the seawall and covers the entire backyard. So there may be a real desire to stick to the code at this moment. I don't know if it was always that way, but it would not be unusual for those backyards to have a deck that goes all the way to the water and occupies the entire backyard.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I mean, I'm just going off of memory, but we've never had a deck variance that I
No,
can
'cause
remember.
There's all kinds of decks that completely fill the backyard. There are
Lots of
decks that go
illegal
out
builds.
over top of the water, right down the street from you. I'm assuming that that's what motivated you.
The yellow house next to the mansion? Is
No,
that the one?
the new house.
Oh,
Oh,
that one?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. It doesn't go the width of his house back, though.
It doesn't go, but it goes out over the water. He had to do some arguing with the DEQ
Okay.
to get that permit to do that. That's his dock over the water.
That's his dock.
The house actually to the north of that, there's another house that actually goes, it looks like the entire width of the house all the way to the seawall, occupying the entire backyard. So that's even
Understand.
more of a,
There are many of them in town.
Right, yeah, that was 30503 Island Drive that has the full yard deck. I just didn't know if that deck was put in before 2015, before the building code. But I do know that 30604 Island Drive, the house right across the street from us, was built in 2020. And it is definitely over 40% of the backyard. And that was new. I can show you
Yep.
this.
But that all got added after the fact it was built. I know who built it, I know when it was built. That whole thing there, all that stuff wasn't there when it was new. And subsequent owners have made that happen. I'm not sure how, because I was here the whole time.
Well, I mean, and I mean, I'm not trying to talk on other people, but who's gonna stop anybody to build that, right? A fine? You know, these guys,
That's what happens.
that's what they do a lot of times.
No, it was-
It's true, it happens.
The subsequent owner that built that, but
The
You guys saw
problem
the
is,
garage
the
down the
ordinance
street
officer
on
needs to check.
ordinance
the other
officer
island, Edmund Island, I'm
has
sure.
been an issue.
The metal garage,
He's,
there was never
He's
even
not
a permit for
consistent.
that.
Well,
So,
you got that, I'll tell you.
that's another talk, another topic.
But anyway, those did not come in front of zoning board, I can tell you.
Yes, absolutely. That just appeared.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
that's it, thank you.
All right, we appreciate it. At this time, would you, like to speak? Give us your name and address.
Dave Horton, 30571 Island Drive. Got it? Okay. Thank you for listening tonight. I know Tim and Christina. I fully support what they're doing because the new house, like you know, to the neighbor north of us, so I'm just north of them, then the house north of us has the deck all the way to the seawall, then it continues on out over the water. I'm not sure what his coverage is, percentage-wise, but I do know his dock goes right to the seawall, and then he's got concrete past that continues to the water. And then the house across the street from us, that has the sunroom on the back and their lot coverage. I did talk to Virgil Maiani, who used to be involved in the community, and he said that was permitted. The sunroom was permitted, and their sunroom is almost on the water.
It was permitted through Virgil at Trenton, which doesn't necessarily follow our ordinances. We've had this problem with them for 10
Okay.
years.
Okay,
And it was like, the guy next door to him on the south.
Yeah.
Fabio,
yeah,
all that stuff behind his house.
yeah,
It was approved by only Virgil
okay.
and nobody else in town.
Well, it did
It
get.
was a long time ago that,
Okay, well, I know the blue house with the sunroom, I mean, that wasn't that long ago, and it was permitted
right,
at the time somehow, whether
Right.
it came in front of
I
the zoning
understand.
board or, you know, it was
never had to
permitted.
it never had to go to ZBA.
Yeah, for whatever reason, so I'm not privy to that, but he did tell me it was permitted, so.
Yeah.
So once again, yeah, Smitty on the north side of me, his does go all the way to the seawall. He does have a handrail on his side. So if anything would obstruct my view, that would. And with what they're considering, it definitely would not obstruct our view. I think it would look great for them and be a great addition for them. And that's just my 2 cents, but I appreciate you listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. This time, any other public comments? So we're looking at a variance of 25%. I have to say, one of the problems the board has is, and just as you found, once we get into what we'll call the big deck syndrome, the next people coming in are gonna see it, and then it
Never stops.
It never stops. And so, we run across this with the total lot coverage. The houses are starting, people are coming in wanting to build a house that's 50%, So those are the kind of issues that we have to deal with, and that we're trying to maintain, what the city planning commission came up with. So, well, they'd have if we brought it in, anyway, we really can't have any negotiations.
So we're supposed to be voting on 2, correct? The side,
Yeah, the side encroachment and, which it doesn't seem to be a big problem.
Yeah.
The coverage is the coverage.
That's the
That's the
issue.
problem.
Right, that's the whole issue. Permission to speak. If I have permission to speak, what I want to say is, one of the things that we do is we always look for hardship anytime we're trying to improve these. And typically hardships are obviously hard to prove. That's why the word and the verbiage is hardship. And we understand that the size and doesn't work out for everything, and unfortunately, Gibraltar is very limited on our space, as you guys know. Everybody knows that here. But that's just one of the things that we do look for is hardship. Things that are out of what we call God's control, right? Child addition to the family, things like that. It's just hard to prove because we want a bigger deck. And again, it opens up a can of worms for more. I'm just saying that I want to approve it. I want to give because we're here for you. We serve on as a volunteer. But we also know that opening up a can of worms can create a bigger issue later on down the road. So I just want to remind everybody the hardship is what you guys taught me from day one, walking in this door, that hardship it's individualized. It doesn't matter what someone did before you, down the street from you, or anything else. It's all individualized to your situation. And I just want to remind everybody that that's what I was taught. That's my 2 cents.
So Jane, there's no, to do like we could approve a compromise of, at 45%, it would be a 32 by 17-foot deck.
My suggestion, rather than maybe you making a recommendation, is saying this is too big, we would potentially reconsider and table this for the next meeting if you made a revision to your application. I just caution, I guess, designing from, where you're sitting. And so that's, I think, probably your best practice is to,
Question is, if we turn this down, do they have to pay another $250 to come back?
well, I would suggest you table, at least, you could vote on the one item and then you could table the second variance for the next meeting and have them make a revision.
Okay, so
and-
that's the thing. We don't want to have to see them go through that.
Right.
Right, I feel like that's
I think
compensated on both sides.
really that number, $250 to come here in front of us is wrong.
Yeah, too much.
I mean, I want to go to the mayor and say, this is not right. People shouldn't we're all coming here as volunteers. Well, we got one person that's not a volunteer, but it stops people from trying to do it, right? I think that the $250 fee is wrong, and I'm gonna go to the next council meeting and talk about it.
Okay. So they would have to come back and say, okay, we're gonna need a variance of, to scale the deck back, and then come back with a smaller plan that would work for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are, the rules now. You might not have known the rules, the requested rules.
We did, that's why we had to ask for a variance.
There's a big variance.
It is a big variance, it's a very small backyard.
Well,
I think originally the property owned the Blue House property across the street. Mr. Townsend did.
they did. That was their garage.
So, yes. So we're just, that house sold for $311 per square foot. The sunroom was a major selling point, the realtor said. It will add value to the house. And the deck, without rails, it's not going to inhibit the view of either of my neighbors. And the backyard isn't that big anyway. So it allows for a table and for people to walk around.
It's all level out to the, I get that.
It's just a small space that we're just trying to maximize the value of the house.
I support you.
Okay, do we,
Nobody's here obstructing the view.
That's the thing, it's not obstructing anybody's view,
Nobody's challenging
and
it.
it's not, yeah.
but, we're really, it's a big ask.
But it's not, I guess my point is who's it bothering? Where's the negative, where's the downside? And I know
Well, you're
what
on
we're
the
trying to
planning
do, we're
commission,
on the planning commission. I resigned from the planning commission.
Okay, well, you guys.
But I've been on the planning commission for 13 years? And some of these rules that I'm seeing here, we never had to deal with this. I think they got tightened when I wasn't looking.
All right, we can get a, Jay, on that setback for the deck, it's 25 feet from the water, and they're 21, right?
And it's, as I read it, the minimum distance from the original platted waterfront lot line permitted in any district shall be 25 feet from the original platted water line or the established setback, whichever is greater. I believe in this case, the established setback is slightly greater because of that shed, but they're going beyond that shed. So the established setback refers to the furthest structure towards the water of your two, on your lot or of your two neighboring lots adjacent on either side. Because they're going beyond that structure, that's why it's written as it is about the sight line and the view rather than about the 25 feet exactly.
Wow. Okay, so,
Our interpretations were not that way.
so are we looking at a 4-foot variance then?
The variance, as I write it, is to further, a 4-foot variance from that,
Would do it.
that shed.
Okay. And just, if the shed wasn't there,
Then it would be whatever, if it was 25 feet was greater or the furthest points from each adjacent lot. That's the established setback. So if you have a bunch of houses that are really close to the water, you're not creating a burden for those lots.
okay, thank you. So we would need a variance for the front, for the water side of 4 feet. What's it? So they would need a front yard setback of 4 feet, correct?
Front yard. Water side yard.
Water side, water side, all right. So,
I'll be glad to make that motion.
A second?
so the motion is for, to grant a variance of 4 feet for a water side setback. Okay. Secretary, you want to take the roll, please?
Markham,
Yo. Yes.
McCarthy,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Eager.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations. You got that one done. Thank you. So, guys, my personal opinion is the deck's just, it's too big for what they're asking for. And I think we're gonna end up getting ourselves, not that
I hear you, I hear you.
I mean, I understand and,
Except that-
you know, if it wasn't, you know, build it, but, being the responsibility that we have, I would say it's a, you know, a big ask. And if you could come back with, and we'll table the variance, and if you could come back with something a little more manageable, keeping in mind that, you know, 40% is our, you know, we hold that pretty dear. Make sense?
Understood.
You guys,
And you won't need to see us, right? Because 40%
you're good.
wouldn't need a variance.
Yeah.
And you're telling us, don't come back and ask for more than 40%.
Well, no, I'm saying
Come back and ask for, you know, something.
a little,
Less ask.
Thank you.
but you're nice folks, but we don't want to see, you know, we don't want to see either.
Yes.
So the deck coverage, we were asking for 65%, including the shed is 72%.
The number, yeah, we just talked about that. We don't want to be designing your deck from here, but we definitely don't want to be living in Royal Oak.
Keep in
That's the
mind
problem.
that it's,
Not Royal Oak is not as bad as, the other place, Birmingham?
40% is where we like to see it.
You're at 65, but again, with reasonable hardships, it's,
Is that fair?
In stone and they could actually.
So do we need a motion to table this? A motion to table?
Motion to, table? Is that what it was?
Yes. Need a
I'll
second?
second.
There it is.
Okay, the motion is to table
Deck
the
coverage.
deck coverage and till the 28th, I guess, 28th is the next meeting?
The 29th.
29th.
My question though for Jane, would it have to be republished in the newspaper?
I don't think so.
Don't think so, because we didn't include the specific
Right.
calculations.
It's already been published once.
With exact date, we do not have to republish.
Okay, great. Then yes, October 29th, same time.
I'll be absent.
Okay. Want to vote on the motion? So the motion is to table the lot coverage variance until the 29th. Secretary?
Okay, Markham,
Yep.
McCarthy,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Eager.
Yes.
Okay. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Good luck, guys.
Yes.
At this point,
Where are you gonna be at?
Sunny Florida.
Oh, well, you're not gonna be.
Actually, we leave here on the 24th.
do we have any unfinished business?
Motorhome,
Any unfinished business?
sorry.
Any public comments at this time? And we just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Sorry.
Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah, that's what happens, yep. See? I like that retirement mentality, though. You're really living it up. Yes, Tim, you are, and you're saying, I'm on
going-
vacation, I
so
already
we-
like it, I like it.
We are looking at condos in Florida, and